Hello, this is Bob from Universal Player Piano Repair. Today we're going to replace the roll motor. The first thing you want to do is take out the tensioner for the drive belt. And the tensioner is right here. Just unscrew the nut and it comes right out. The next thing you want to do is take a 2mm T-wrench and put it on the locking collar on the shaft on the extreme left-hand side, and just turn it and just release it so that it's released. The next thing is the spool switch. You want to tape the spool switch to the top of the plate that's underneath the tracker bar. Next, take a 3/32 T-handle and release the Allen screw that is on the lower take-up spool so that it spins free. The next thing is that there's a Y on the clutch drum assembly, and this does nothing more than in rewind. It actually pushes against an air switch here, which is connected to the cutout pouch in the bottom, and it turns off the vacuum to the stack so it does not play during rewind. So it's just a single screw with a spring. You just take it out and it just comes apart, and here it is right here, and it's real easy to take apart. The next thing is there's a small engagement ring, and it's 2mm. There's an Allen screw in it. Just spin it off. And once you spin it out, you can take the shaft, pull the shaft out, and here's the engagement ring that the clutch assembly attaches to. The next thing, you want to take the belt off. The belt should now just slip right off, which it did. There's a locking ring that locks through the clutch assembly onto the shaft of the drive motor. It's 2mm. You just want to release it and you're all set to go. And once that's all done, this assembly should just pull right out, and you can pull this entire clutch assembly out and you're done. To take the motor out, there's two 5/16 hex heads that connect to the motor, and I just take an ignition switch, open end screw, release it, and if I can get on this side, I just take these two screws out, one on top and one on the bottom. And the motor comes right out. Now, just going over the motor, normally at 5.5 volts, it should run about 7 feet of paper through the tracker bar in 1 minute, and 5.5 volts is normal tempo 70. I normally test these motors at 4.5 volts, and I make sure that they don't draw in excess of 125 milliamps. But if they do, I just take the 3 screws off of this and I clean the transmission assembly. What I find the biggest problem is that there's a small pinion gear that they actually made out of plastic, and over the years it swells and it takes extremely amount of current, sometimes 700-800 milliamps. This one right here takes 112 milliamps. Anyhow, that's how to take the motor out on a Universal Player piano. Thank you for watching. Hello, this is Bob from Universal Player Piano Repair. I built a player piano service manual for the Universal. It explains everything you need to know about rebuilding it, servicing it, and actually using it. I charge $49.95 as postage paid anywhere here in the United States. Thank you very much for watching. Bye now.